Most teachers want you to remember a range of persuasive techniques and put them into a mnemonic. Forest is the most famous. That has 8 techniques. In my revision guide and in my classroom, I teach students 15, and the mnemonic is Mad Father's Crotch. There's no T in crotch, so it isn't rude, but it makes it easy to remember. Now, to make it easy for you, I've made this video. I went off to the Cotswold Wildlife Park and filmed an iguana, and I imagined this iguana trying to persuade me, because this is persuasive writing, to set it free. Let me go, Mr. Salles. Send me out into the world of joy and free food and freedom. And so here it is, 15 techniques in order, and at the end of the video, I'll show you how to practice this in under an hour so that you can master this and be brilliant. Here's what practicing with Mad Father's Crotch looks like. Metaphor: I'm a shining emerald, a jewel of nature, a munching machine. Anecdote: last week I licked up 5 times my body weight in leaves and seeds. Direct address: don't you want to watch me work, chewing through my day outside in nature? Facts: I see you. Most visitors don't notice me, but I see you are a man of taste. Alliteration: my scaled skin has a metallic sheen. You want to stroke me, don't you? Triplets, or rule of 3. Don't you want to set me free? Release me, let me out into a wider world? Hyperbole: you'll treasure it as an act of generosity. You'll tell your grandchildren how you saved my life. Emotive language: now is your time to be the hero. Go on, smash the glass. Repetition: release me, set me free. Simile: I'll sit on your shoulder like a pirate's parrot and draw adoring glances from your friends. Creating an enemy: you know this zoo's a prison, right? Rhetorical question: you know you'd hate it here, wouldn't you? Stuck on a branch, cut off from your family, friends and TikTok? Opinion: yes, you love the sexy way I'm snacking. I can do this all day, baby. Contrasting pairs: you can leave me here, imprisoned behind the glass, or you can take me back to the glorious sun. Humour: yo! 4 Eyes, where you going? Come back! Set me free! So, an easy way to practice using all these techniques. I've done them all in the order in which they appear in Mad Father's Crotch. Now, that's just to get me drilled in using these techniques all the time. This, of course, was just a bit of fun. It's a persuasive piece where this lizard is trying to escape the zoo and trying to persuade me to let it out, sadly unsuccessfully, so your humour might need to be a little more appropriate in the final line. However, this is a draft just to get you into the mood of writing in this way. How will that help you? Well, when you come to write your persuasive writing, these are the 15 techniques which earn you marks. You'll notice as well that everything that I'm doing involves more than one technique. So my metaphor turns into 3 metaphors, which is also a triplet, a rule of 3. Last week I licked up. I've got alliteration in my anecdote. It's also possibly hyperbole. Did I really eat 5 times my body weight? So you get the idea. Every single one that you do ends up having more than one technique in it, and that leads to dramatically higher marks. Give it a go. See how powerful this is. How would I use this in the real exam? I'd actually write Mad Father's Crotch on my paper and sort of tick these off as I went through them. I wouldn't worry if there were some that I didn't have, but if you practice this maybe 3 or 4 times before the exam, it will be impossible for you not to be able to use these. And writing like this, probably the first one would take you 15 minutes, the second one 12, the third one 10, and the fourth one 5. So in under an hour, you could do 4 of these, no bother, and you'd be totally prepared for the exam. If that's not persuasive, then it's not persuasive. And if you want to see how to plan the perfect question 5 answer, that is the video coming up next.